You might remember in 2017 there was a big hoo-ha over Pewdiepie when the Wall Street Journal found a scoop when they watched some videos that millions and millions of other people had watched, that Pewdiepie was actually a fascist, and this was widely reported, as you can see. In fact, Pewdiepie was making fascism cool. Pewdiepie, of course, has just become more of a Nazi since then, and he apparently has been watching a channel called E:r, which produces videos once every 4 or 5 leap years. Apparently he's been watching a hateful anti-Semitic YouTube channel called E:r. It looks like a lot of other people have been watching this channel and enjoying the edgy jokes and very tight video editing used in these videos. Put simply, E:r is an entertaining channel whether you agree with the topics or not. As you can see by just looking at the thumbnails of these videos, he likes making jokes at the expense of the politically correct. It's all starting to fall into place now, isn't it? In Schellberg, sorry, his name is Felix Schellberg, we have to know this every time we talk about him. In his most recent edition of Pew News, a semi-satirical series where Schellberg offers his own take on news events or YouTube cultural discussions, he dedicates one portion of the video to shouting out smaller YouTube creators he enjoys watching. One of those creators is E:r, an essayist who often includes anti-Semitic, sexist, homophobic, and cruel language in his videos. Yeah, they're pretty good videos. You also have VR, who does great video essays, Schellberg says in the video. He did one on Death Note, which I really enjoyed. Well, Nazi confirmed. This didn't go unnoticed by those in the YouTube community. Hassan Piker, a host on the Young Turks YouTube channel, and now a newly minted communist convert, just in case you're wondering, he tweeted out his concerns over Schellberg bringing newfound attention to E:r's channel. He noted that even if Schellberg hadn't seen most of VR's videos, understanding the responsibility that comes with shouting out a channel is crucial to someone of Schellberg's stature. Sounds like envy to me, Hassan. I think that he can shout a channel out that makes satirical videos if he wants. I don't think that's wrong, even if the satire is of Nazis, or racists, or you.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? The largest fucking YouTuber on the planet made a video that got 7 million views in 7 hours. The first fucking channel that he shouted out that's like relatively normal but still is related to like a fucking Holocaust denier's channel has risen from 14,000 subs at the time of the video to 61,000 subs, showing you that how powerful fucking PewDiePie's shoutouts are. One of the other channels that he shouted out was a channel called E:r, a channel that has a video that literally features 20 minutes, or not 20, sorry, 4 minutes of uninterrupted footage from a speech Hitler gave from a content creator that has talked about red-pilling his friends about the Jewish question. Yeah, that seems like a fucking big problem, especially if the majority of his fans are like 14-year-old kids who are going to go over to this fucking channel and start watching this guy's like cartoon videos.
So yeah, the literal communists aren't happy about that, which I find hilarious.
PewDiePie gives shout out to hateful anti-Semitic YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I knew it. YouTube star PewDiePie promotes channel with anti-Semitic content. PewDiePie is shepherding his legion of 14-year-olds. Hey, did someone just have their birthday? Happy birthday. Looks like you're 14 now. Towards neo-Nazi.
I love how fucking annoyed he is that like people are correctly pointing out something that he did that's bad that he himself is literally apologizing for. Okay? So that's a very weird way to start an apology.
We finally have him now, boys. ER, who does great video essays about, he did one on Death Note, which I really enjoyed. Did you catch that? Oh my god. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Did you notice the shepherding of 14-year-olds to Nazi propaganda? Did you notice the immediate indoctrination of 75 million children into Nazis? Did you notice it? That's right.
That's what we were saying, dude. That's what we were saying, dude.
Next on the list, that PewDiePie is in fact a massive Nazi, is a video that he did the other day called Meeting Fans in VR. And I actually watched this, and the game looked amazing, and this was, without a doubt, one of the funniest things I have just ever seen.
You sound a lot like PewDiePie. I'm of course skeptical, because I've been on the internet for a while.
Been on the internet for a while.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hey man, I really appreciate your content. You've gotten me through some tough times, and I respect the
I didn't say anything. Oh no!
Yeah.
You just shot him! Oh, good job! Come back here!
Even without the sad music added, that would have been one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That was amazing, the timing on that. This poor kid pouring his heart out going, oh, Pewds, dude, your content really helped me out when I was in a dark place. Thanks. Let me just have a moment. And then some dickhead called Rabbi Shekels just comes along and shoots him in the head, cutting the monologue off. That's so mean. That's so funny. And I am not surprised that PewDiePie found that funny in the moment, because, like, that's awful. So awful that PewDiePie laughing at that is further proof that he's a Nazi, because the guy was called Rabbi Shekel, whose avatar is the famous anti-Jew Le Happy Merchant meme. Yes, there are rude people on the internet. He's probably some kid who'll do it just because you'll talk about it. Like, he's just trying to get a rise out of you. An actual Nazi doesn't promote Nazism in the way that the good Rabbi Shekel here is doing. Joe Bernstein certainly has some interesting tweets in his tweet history. Understand all whites must be perceived as potential predators. Or doesn't that go for just every person, really? Or is it just white people? Kill a straight man on your way to work tomorrow. My goodness, I can't believe this guy still has an account, Jack Dorsey. There are a lot of Jacks in Silicon Valley. So PewDiePie laughing at this funny occurrence was the last straw. That was it. Which is why now it's trouble for YouTube, apparently, that he has, quote, ties to white supremacy. According to Vox, PewDiePie said that all I said is I like the guy's anime review. He apparently likes to have hidden and not so hidden references to Nazis in his videos, and obviously if I noticed I wouldn't have referenced him in the shout-out. I said publicly a year and a half ago that I was just going to distance myself from Nazi jokes and that kind of stuff because I want nothing to do with it. Well, honestly, Pewds, I don't think there's any point trying to distance yourself from shit. I mean, your platform is way bigger than theirs. If you choose to just stand up to them and shout them down, you can do it. And man, I don't think we should be apologising for the jokes that we enjoy. Nazi jokes are funny. The Nazis are the joke. I mean, the jokes centre around the inherent awfulness of the Nazis themselves. If the Nazis weren't cartoonishly awful, none of the Nazi jokes would be even vaguely funny. This is why I'm genuinely not afraid of the alt-right, like, making Nazi jokes. You're making a joke out of your own movement, and the butt of the joke are the Nazis themselves. You guys carry on making Nazi jokes. What is the point of this article? Should PewDiePie have known better? His critics say yes. Really? Really, is that a fact? His critics didn't like what he did? I can't believe it. I mean, I guess someone get Hassan Piker on the phone. We need a critique of PewDiePie's Nazism from a communist. But if you think all of this is alarming, especially given the many teens and preteens who watch and influenced by PewDiePie, and honestly, I don't think it's that many. I mean, I know that the army of 9-year-olds has been upgraded to an army of 14-year-olds, but I bet it's an army of around 20-year-olds, to be honest with you. I think these are probably people who have grown up as PewDiePie has, and are still enjoying his content. And to be honest with you, I'm actually really starting to enjoy his content. But what's more is that he's always on the morally correct side of the argument, as far as I can see. Like, he makes the right decisions. Now, I mean, that's not always the smart decision or the tactical decision, but it is always the right decision that he makes. As in, I think he has a good set of moral values, and I think that ultimately he is instilling those into his audience. I mean, he actually does charity, which none of you ever talk about. He actually helps out people who are in need. I mean, the video featuring Rabbi Shekel that he was laughing at was the story of a fan of his who he had helped, even if indirectly. You guys can sit here and say all the things you want about PewDiePie, but he is having a demonstrably positive effect on the world. And in exchange for that, you say, you're not allowed to laugh at those jokes, you must be a Nazi.